Boy, he is doing a remarkable job staying out of foul trouble because we discussed that the backup point guard, Tyree Griffin, plays a lot, only averages 4 points a game. He did not make the trip because he was concussed in practice.
Evans with 3 assists already here in the first half. And we're going to see more pressure by Oklahoma State as they are trying to shorten this game. Pressure back to that zone.
Mountaineers are really taking care of the basketball. Adrian's been cold as of late, shooting, according to Bob Huggins, their shine. But the good news for West Virginia, they've only turned the ball over twice. Last game, in the win over TCU, 22 times the most this year.
And when you ask Bob Huggins, what's the one stat you want to improve on, he talks about his team turning the basketball over. And number 2, we foul too much. Get our hands off.
Came into this game with 342 fouls. Only 24 teams in NCAA Division I have fouled more. Holton on the high post. Phillip for 3. Rattles in for the backup point guard over Sean.
And Phillip, not known as a great three-point shooter. And there's one of those fouls we talked about that drives Coach Huggins crazy. Oh, look at this excellent ball movement against the zone. Play the second and third side. Phillip
checks back in for the Cowboys.
Assist from Carter.
16 fouls now on West Virginia to Oklahoma State's 10.
And your zone is only as good as the other team's zone offense. West Virginia's zone offense has been excellent. Can Travis Ford stick with this zone?
Hammond's working with Shine. Evans under 10 to shoot on a mismatch with Adrian. Wants to take him with the runner way off. Tipped out by Holton. Referees confer shot clock violation, did not hit the rim.
Shot clock violation against
Oglesby, Groover, and George all over that. That's the 7th turnover on Travis Ford's unit, and he's going to bring in Olivier.
How about Nathan Adrian? Got switched on to Evans. Excellent footwork, gave up ground, used his height. Evans with a tough shot. Ball to West Virginia.
So here's Carter taking the place of Jawan Staten, a lethal player in the Big 12, now with the NBA D-League Delaware 87ers and the Philadelphia 76ers organization. Also lost Gary Brown as well, Noreen, who was injured last year a lot. So it's a new look for most of the players on West Virginia. Deep deuce is good for Jonathan Holton. 15 points last game in 24 minutes. Another call here coming up. It will be against Holton of West Virginia, who will walk the floor here on the 1-and-1 situation. We'll actually charge it to Tariq Phillip. 6-0 run here for Bob Huggins.
Hey, when Jonathan Holton's knocking in threes from the corner, he's only hit 4 coming into this game. Travis Ford has a look of anguish. Because can you stay in that zone? He's got to shorten the game with the zone. He's got a short bench. But West Virginia is carving it up.
This is the front end of the 1-and-1. Hammond's tipped it out. It will go back to West Virginia. Carter now double teamed to the backcourt. Williams, Adrian. Holton down low as well, along with Jay Sean Page, the 5 players on the floor for the Mountaineers. Into the high post, went through the hands of Adrian, and he looks at Page, said, was that coming to me? The two weren't on the same frequency.
Well, I like to call that.
Brandon Watkins.
They're in the same church, but he threw it to the wrong pew.
It's the 3rd turnover. Only a pallet 3 turnovers. That's a good sign for Bob Huggins because he touched on, hey, he's behind Kansas, Oklahoma, and Iowa State in so many people's minds here. And to get and maybe leapfrog one of those teams, got to limit those turnovers. The rebounding takes care of itself.
And one of the issues with turnovers is Juwan Staten graduated.
Carroll Walker the basketball. This is a terrific call. And that is the 8th turnover on Oklahoma State. But they break the press there, throwing it past the midpoint.
And that's where the press gets you. It's not always a steal up front. It's at the end where you mishandle.
West Virginia, in fact, the only team in the Big 12 to win 2 road games. The rest of the conference coming into play today, 2-8. In fact, every team will see action on this fantastic bay over the ESPN family of networks. 6 to shoot for Carter. Finds Adrian. He walked with the basketball. Terry Oglesby was all over that 4th turnover on WVU.
Well, caught behind the defense with nowhere to go. Watkins.
And Huggins is going to work on that. 3rd active in D1 wins, behind Mike Krzyzewski and Jim Boeheim making his return tonight against North Carolina. Certainly the Orange love to have him on the sidelines. Hopkins, the assistant coach, who's really the coach in waiting for Syracuse, did a terrific job even though he went 4 and 5. Olivier wants to take 2 with the left hand, in and out. There's Holton.
Oklahoma State has been excellent in getting their defensive set. Transition defense.
Carter from Watkins. Strong. Big rebound by Jeff Newberry.
Well, the Cowboy guards have to go in there and get those boards. Jeff Newberry aggressive from the weak side.
Foul's going to be on Brandon Watkins. He stepped in front of Chris Olivier. A lot of fouls being called against Oklahoma State. They're down big here in Morgantown.
ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is brought to you by One-A-Day Men's and Women's Vita Craves Gummies and Volkswagen.